Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and today we are talking homeschooling, and I thought it was going to be the perfect day to talk about this. The CDC came out with their report, a very long report, something like 160 pages of, I think at least 160 pages of their guidelines for everything, including school. Now, I read just a very short little part of it. I was confused. How are our kids going to have fun? How is that going to be possible? They're going to, can you imagine elementary school kids and explaining to them 6 feet apart, can't move, can't do this? The bus situation is crazy. Now, this is just their guideline. I don't know that all the school districts are going to listen to them. I'm here to talk homeschooling. If you have had fun at the end of this year homeschooling your children, or your job situation has changed and all of a sudden you're faced with whatever your school district's going to be doing, and you think, you know what, I can do this myself. I'm here for you. You can do it yourself. You don't need to do it with their online schools. I'm going to show you how to do it yourself, that you are not having to answer to people all day long. It drove me insane. And you can watch my video on that, on why I did not pick cyber school, why I chose to do this myself. I figured it out. Once you figure it out, you are not going to go back. You're not going to want to go back. Here we are. We're at the end of May. This is at the end of my 21st year. I will be doing one more year of homeschooling, which will make it 22 for me. I am so happy that I've invested my life in this. I am putting together his stuff right now for his teacher. It was so easy this year. Every year gets easier for me because I got my system down, and I'm going to show you how you can get it down too. So I was thinking, before I get into the curriculum, you may be thinking to yourself, what does it look like? What do my days look like? What does my school year look like? What does your school year look like? I broke it down. I am a numbers person. If you don't know that about me, I love numbers. I started off, I'm going to put it up on your screen. They need to have 180 days of school. There's other ways to break it down, but this is how I did it. I decided I could have broken that down into 4 semesters. It didn't really work for me. I am a huge hockey fan. 3 terms, 3 periods are perfect. I'm going to show you why and how. It's so simple. So you're going to be looking at your screen a lot, which is good because you don't have to look at me talking the whole time. I want to show you what this looks like on the calendar using this school year as my example. 60 days per term, because we can't call it a semester, we have to call it a term, which is 12 weeks. So we go to, when do you want to start? This year, it's August 24th. That will be my first week of school. Please tell me that your children are not ready to go back to school in August. And I always felt like at least that first week, you can really get them excited about it. They're done with summer. They really are. You've done everything you could do with them for the summer. So let's just start school. They're usually begging to do it. I'm usually prepared. I start preparing in the middle of August. By the last week in August, I am ready. First week, August 24th. Count it out. By November 16th, you've already finished your first term. Think about that. So what I do, I use that the week in November 16th, and I only have to do this one more time. So this was helpful for me too, just to see what my year was going to look like. My last year was going to look like. I used that week to finish up any books, anything that they, that where I wanted them to be in math, anything. Any subject at all, because you're going to have things that are going to come up. They're going to get sick. They're going to go to the doctor. They're going to go to the dentist. Things come up. You got to be prepared. That week is my fill-in week. Finish up that term. Be really set for your next term. Use that week. Following week, November 23rd, I'm off. They're off. I'm off. We're celebrating Thanksgiving. Everybody's happy because we're not talking about school. When they have these times off, they don't want to talk about school. We don't talk about school. I get some things ready that I want to get, but for the most part, that's the week of Thanksgiving. I'm cooking. I'm doing other things. We start back on November 30th. By February 22nd, you are finishing up. That week, you're going to be finishing up the books again. So now you're at the end of your second term, and it's that week of February 22nd. So you know this is like such an important week because you know you only have one more term. So this is when I really look at like, okay, where am I? What have I missed? Are they getting through all the books that I wanted to get through? What do I want to do? The next week, March 1st, I'm off. They're off doing other things, not school, doing dentist appointments, doctor. If you can push them off to then, I do that a lot. But a lot of times we just don't do anything. We sit, I let them do whatever they want. Play on the computer, they can do whatever they want that week. We start back up on March 8th. And this is our last term. It's kind of intense as you know what you have to finish by the end of the year. I do get like that. I get very excited this term. This is like my term that I'm like, yes, let's get this all done. I go through everything. I make sure that I know where they are. We are done on May 28th. It's the last day of school. In the state of Pennsylvania, this is different for every state, but this part is probably pretty general. You have until June 30th to hand in your portfolio to the school. In Pennsylvania, we hand in our work to a teacher who is certified, and she writes up her report, gives it to me, I take it to the school. It used to be that you would take all their work to the school, and thank God we don't do that anymore, and it's less work for the school too. I have a woman that I've been working with for years. She has 12 children. I kid you not. She's a grandma like me. She has 12 children and she has homeschooled every one of them. I love her. She's like my mentor. She keeps me sane. After May 28th, I take a week. I gather everything together, all their reports, all the math stuff I want to print off to show her, any art projects. I go to the post office, get it in a big envelope, send it off to her, and then she calls me, she talks to them, we go through their year, she writes up a report, emails it back to me, and I take it to the school. That's it. I wanted to show you how easy that year is. When you divide it into 4 semesters, it's like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. This way, you only have 2 stops. They get that full week off. If you count it up properly, because you will be doing some Saturdays and Sundays. It's going to happen. As long as you get those 180 days, you can take off when you want to. Everything is school. Do you understand? When you are taking off for Columbus Day, you are talking about Columbus. When you are taking off for Martin Luther King's birthday, you aren't really taking off. You can take that day, they don't have to do math, and you can make it about Martin Luther King and teach them. What I would do was watch documentaries and books, and we will get into that. What I just want to show you today is that it is possible, it is simple, and you have decisions to make. You don't have to listen to what the school district is telling you. You can decide for yourself, and that is my most important message. Like I told you on my other videos, I am hot all of a sudden. It's like, it's getting hot in here. All of a sudden, I'm having a little heat flash. What I wanted to show you guys, doing it for so many years, I broke it down so simple. And then the kids are not asking you. Your first year, your first 2 years, they're asking you questions. By the time they're in their 3rd or 4th year, everybody knows what you're doing. There isn't discussions, there's no arguing, it's fun, because I say that a lot. We want to make sure that it's fun. I really try to make sure school is fun. I have a lot of great memories from homeschooling my children. Well, I hope you understand. If you don't, if you have questions, ask me below. You can DM me, find me everywhere, and I will answer your questions. If you want to see a more specific video on what I hand into the school at the beginning of the year, you do have to get a paper notarized and take it to the school district. If you want a video on all that, I can do that. But the thing is every state is different how they handle it. I know what Pennsylvania does. I can answer as many questions as you want. As a little surprise, as a little news, I should say, I am going to be a consultant. I'm here to help you. I've come up with a free program. And then if you want more in-depth help from me, I will be your homeschooling consultant. The reason I decided to do this is because I wish I would have had one in the beginning. You don't need one for forever. If you want one to start off, I will help you and we can chat about it. You can also DM me if you are interested. In the very beginning, I would have loved to have somebody on speed dial that I could have called and asked questions about my children. Like, they're not doing this. They don't like this book. What am I going to do? They're not doing what I want them to do in math. They're falling behind. They don't like the books I picked. I will help you come up with a program that your children will love, and they will be specific to each child. I've had to do a lot. On top of my children, I've helped other people. homeschooled their children. So I have come up with a ton of programs. I can't wait. I'm so excited to be able to do this. It seems like the perfect timing right now for this. Any questions? You know where to find me. My next video on homeschooling, I promise, we're going to start kindergarten. I just wanted to show you what the schedule was going to look like before we even dove into the programs. All these programs are free. I am happy to give away everything I've learned. Thank you for watching. Please like my video because it makes me so happy. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I also do book reviews, as you can see on my channel. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone, until my next video.